On this week's show, we check out Nintendo's first ever 3D games, play some very expensive classics, unveil a stash of missing in action PC games, and I get to squirt things with my man hose. Oh, hello, it is me, it is Jace at
Retrogames.
I'm mixing it up a bit. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the show, checking the cameras. It's me, it's Jace, and it was a great day today. I am celebrating today. Yes, let's celebrate together. Yes, what are you celebrating, Jace? Today, I had a fantastic poo. Yes, it's one of them days when you just have, it's the best poo of the year. I mean, I know. You switch off. I don't care. Switch off already. You've all switched off. I don't care. I'm just telling you about my life. Dirty boy. Sometimes you sit on the toilet and sometimes things just go right. And today was one of them days. It flowed. It's just nice and solid, straight down, under the water, beautiful. Come on, most of you watching this, and I know I've checked the stats. Most of you are a similar age to me, and I'm sure you all feel the same when you finally sit. Oh, a nice one, straight out, no pushing. I know you're thinking, oh Jace, this is grim. I bet you turned back and had a look at it. No, I didn't turn back, I didn't have a look at it. I didn't. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's not about poo, it's about retro games. A lot of those modern gamers might think they're the same thing. Come off it. Oh, I was thinking about this, you guys who watch regularly have been watching me for years now, doing this show. We're all of a similar age, we're all getting old, we're all getting creaky. I don't know someone my age who hasn't got a dodgy joint somewhere. It's going to be an elbow or a knee or an ankle. Come on, let's live it. Let's go through this together. We are so different to the rest of the universe. We are generally old gamers. We grew up with the first ever video games. We were there at the beginning, the first ever video games, and it's infected our minds. It has kept us young. I don't know about you guys, but I still feel like a kid. I still get totally and utterly excited about video games. New ones, old ones, any ones. I just love it. I'm overexcited like a kid, and I think that is because of that excitement from the early days when I first had my ZX81 and I'm watching a few numeric characters rushing around a maze pretending to be graphics. I was excited, and I carry that on today. We're going to get on with the show, Jace. What are you doing now, the chicken? Yeah, maybe. Let's get on with it. What is on the ruddy table today?
What's on the table?
Now, if you're anything like me, you get pretty excited by the Sega Master System 3D glasses. They just looked so cool, didn't they? They looked so cool. That glassy, shiny, glossy finish. No buttons, no logos, just plain shiny goodness. Flashing LCD screens inside to give you a 3D effect when you played the specially created 3D games. But what people don't realise is that Nintendo followed them. They made their own 3D system. The Famicom 3D system. Wow, yes. This one's in beautiful condition. Lovely box. Let's get it out and have a look. Now, any excuse to wear funny glasses, I'm going to take it. You know that. I've had one of these in my own collection for a long time. I don't think I've ever used it. Here we go. So, here we go with the glasses. Now, this, in the current age of VR, this is beautiful condition, I should say. So let's just have a look at the content. So you get this little adapter which plugs into the. There's a special port at the back of the Famicom. You'll know that if you're a Famicom owner, and that is the 3D system modulator box. Let's call it that, and that's got a double pin socket, and that plugs in. It's just like a stereo socket that plugs into that. And what about that? That is just so futuristic, so retro as well. 1987. It's so glossy and new. This is a beautiful example. Okay, you want to see me wear it? I will show you some 3D games in a sec, but I'm just going to try it on. See, let's just see what kind of lunatic this makes me look. Like I need any help. I'm going to join Daft Punk. Yeah! So it's lots of fun and very stylish, as you can see. Now let's just check out some of the 3D games that came out for the Nintendo Famicom. They weren't released for the NES, but they did come out in Japan. Let's check it. We start with this, Attack Animal Gakuen. And it looks like Space Harrier. Yes, I will give you that. It looks exactly like Space Harrier, except you're controlling a young schoolgirl. Makes it seem nastier when she gets whacked. Now there are only 6 3D games released for this device, so let's see them all. Yes, it looks a bit like Space Harrier. Of course, these games are well suited to that 3D display. I know you can only see it in 2D. Falcion by the mighty Konami. Yes, a more traditional 3D shooter. I like this one. Most of these games came out on Famicom disc, so you had to have the disc drive plus the 3D headset just to be able to play them. 3D Hot Rally. Now this is a bit lumpy. The flicker at the bottom of the screen is because you are seeing a 2D version of a 3D game. So I'm turning right over the checker. I'm already turning right. The arrow is a bit too late. How about Highway Star? Now this looks better and it looks more familiar because you will know this. Released in the West as Rad Racer. Yes, a Nintendo first party game. No, it's not another Space Harrier. Stop it. It's a bit like Space Harrier, but you are walking this time and jumping. Jumping over big holes, avoiding the green apples. Wow, that's a mighty jump. Now, probably the best game of the lot. Fun Shuriken. It's a beat 'em up, a 3D fighting game in 1987 on the Famicom. We were playing Commodore and Spectrum games. In Japan they were playing, what's that flying across? Is that a pair of gonads flying across the top of the screen? Aim for his shins, mate. Aim. There's a bit of a height difference between these two fellas. Oh, and that's a nasty kick in the back of the head. Didn't actually touch him though, if you noticed. Collision detect. Oh, that was an easy victory, wasn't it? I think so. Now, here is a special game for all you PlayStation 2 fans, and there are a heck of a lot of you out there. You know, I can tell you about, because we sell this stuff, I can see the trends. PS1 has been massive for ages, but PS2 is pretty much up there with it now. Really, really high profile collectible PlayStation 2 now. PS3 is catching up too. PS3 is moving. The whole PlayStation scene is growing as a collectible. So it makes these extra special rare ones even more exciting. This is Fire Heroes. And if you know, it's released on 505 Game Street. I think they like to take Japanese games and localise them into English and then put them out. And they were incredibly unsuccessful. Nobody bought them. So there's loads of really rare games on 505 Game Street. That's where I want to live. Where do you want to live? I want to live on 505 Game Street. Why not? Anyway, as you can see, it is mint and sealed. So if it wasn't rare enough, it's even rarer because it's in brand new condition. But I'm really looking forward to having a go on this. Let's play Fire Heroes on PS2. No, this isn't it. Do you remember Fireman on the SNES? A brilliant game where you clear the flames with your hose and rescue civilians in a burning building. Well, the PS2 game's very similar.
That's odd. What started the fire? Did someone drop a cigarette?
Ignore the cheesy cutscenes and imagine this is Fireman in a third-person perspective. Here we are putting out the flames in a burning office building. The hose is cut short for graphical ease, but it's supposedly connected to the mains. Now we're going to rescue someone. We're actually going to rescue someone in this flaming reception area. Concentrate the water on the flames and they miraculously disappear. Check this. Oh, getting hotter, getting hotter. Yeah, all gone, all gone. I'm not sure it's so easy in real life. Come on then fella, I've cleared your way, run away. We get this bit of flames as well. He will not leave unless I clear this bit of flames as well. It's a bit annoying. Come on then buddy.
Thank God.
Oh, more cheese.
Can you walk? Are you hurt?
Of course he's not hurt, he was just cowering.
I'm fine, thank you.
Go on, leg it in a cheesy gaming way. Right, a bit camp. Now you can also play this game with a first-person perspective. As a boy, it seems like we're having a bit of a wee on the fire. I don't know, a bit of willy direction, but no, back in the third person. Now there is jeopardy. You can catch fire, wiggle the joypad to get yourself free.
It's like a sauna in here!
What's on the table?
Okay, now this is a pile of stuff. This isn't just one thing. This is a whole, look, it's a whole pile of bits. Now what the heck are these, Jace? Well, these are strategic war simulation games. Turn it back on. No, look, okay, this is not everyone's cup of tea. These are strategy games made by a very, very obscure software company from the USA called General Quarters Software. All programmed by one guy. I can't remember his name, but let me look, it will be on here. There we have it, Owen P. Hall. Look, it's got the passwords. It's got passwords for the game. So this is an interesting thing. Now, we all know in the UK that there was a kind of back bedroom coding scene through the 8-bit era. Commodore, Spectrum games mainly. A bit of Dragon, BBC. Little back bedroom coders, little school kids usually, making games in their bedroom, sending them off to a distribution, to a manufacturing plant, making a few copies, and then selling them via mail order from the back of a magazine. We've covered a lot of that when we was doing those magazine issues. Now, that kind of died out. There is a little bit. We have shown some very obscure 16-bit stuff, Amiga and ST, which is kind of, you know, a bit homebrewy. From the late 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Well, this is PC stuff, but it's very much the same vein. Very specialised. This is all war related, but made by one guy in his, let's say, in his bedroom. Now he was a professor at university. He's a very intelligent man, a naval expert. Hey, there's a lot of experts out there. He was an expert in naval strategy, like about famous battles and going back to World War II mainly. And he made different games, strategic games, based on each battle. And then you could only buy them through mail order. I don't know where he advertised them, but you could only, he personally hand sent you out the games. And I got a whole batch of this stuff, and I just thought, well, I've got to put it on the show. And not everyone's cup of tea. Wake up! Not everyone's cup of tea. But here's the first one: German Raider Atlantis. And I can show you. It's on a 5 1/4 inch floppy, and it's got a secret command sheet in there. It's a very nice, mate. Absolutely pristine condition. Very, very specialist. Very specialist. I'm going to quickly rattle through them. Let you see them, just because you'll never see these again. The thing is, these games, subsequently trying to research them, I discovered are missing in action. You can't find these, you can't download these anywhere. You're not going to find them on Steam. You're not going to find them on some database that someone's compiled of games. These images for these games are on these discs, and that might be the last copies. So, hang on. Someone in America will have these too, but they have not come up yet. And they are, let's be honest, they're low production value games. They could have been thrown away. It's the same in the UK and those home photocopied cassette inlays. It's low brow quality production values, but original content. This one's called Battle Stations, the saga of the USS Houston. Next one, Return to the Falklands. Yeah, so he's covering British battles too. This one's on 3 1/2 inch floppies. But again, beautiful, fantastic condition. Action in the North Atlantic, 3rd edition. General Quarters Software is the company name. Again, this one's on 5 1/4. The Rising Sun, Tsushima, 1905. Modem play, so you could play this online with your friend. You'd have to add 2 copies of the game. Loads of bits of insert in there and stuff. And a lovely green floppy disk. We do like a green floppy disk. Strange title, this one. Action Off the River Plate. Cruise of the Grass Spree. Now, I know other games that have been on about the Graf Spree. Mare Nostrum, Mediterranean Operations, 1941. I mean, you know, we had CCS, didn't we, on the Spectrum and the Commodore. CCS made a lot of these naval and army World War reenactment, the Bulge, all those, you know, battle simulations, Desert Rats. all that stuff. So, well, you know, it's familiar, but it's just, for the PC, unusual. This one, the warship that changed history, the escape of the SMS Goeben, August 1914. So here we're going right back to World War One. World War One. Again, this one's on a 3.5-inch floppy. And the last one is missing the disc, but Prelude to Rutland. I just thought, well, there's a little bit of history there. I do not know how to value these. I've been searching around for anyone who's ever sold them before, and they really seem genuinely missing in action. Nobody has them. So if you know of these games, if you've got any insights, drop it in the comments below.
Now, if you can tell me what's on the table.
Another game that proves artwork means more than graphical content on screen. I would have bought this if I'd ever seen this before in the shops. I would have bought it based on this artwork. The game is called Sword of Kadash. It came out for the Atari ST and for the Amiga. It is ridiculous. Just look at this image. The skeleton's coming to get him. He's in the dungeon. There's some big blades in the wall. What a beautiful thing. Sword of Kadash. I mean, the game, I've got to be honest, it looks pretty feeble. It does look pretty feeble. Now, it says there's a poster inside. I'm hoping there really is. We've got the manual. What's this big thing? I think it might be the poster. Hang on. Don't get overexcited. No, it's flyers. Hang on, it's flyers. It's flyers for other products on their label. Yeah, if this is what they're selling as the poster, that is not the poster. But there's something else. There's something else. Is it going to be that artwork in a big, massive poster? It is kind of. Wow. It's kind of like a guide to the game. But it's the same artist, definitely the same artist. Fortress of the Dragon. Wow, look at it. It's incredible. What a piece of content to find inside this game. Sword of Kadash. Are you ready? Here it is then, and I do not like to go with initial impressions, but when impressions are this poor, it's hard not to. What the heck is this? Why is that snake not even killing me? That is crazy. Yeah, I'll just run over the snake. Look at the draw. Look how slow it is to draw the screen as you switch between them. How awful. Honestly, this looks like an average Atari 400 game from 1982, but it's on the Atari ST, 1988. Wow. We should start our own competition. Let's find the 16-bit game that looks most like an 8-bit game. I think this is the forerunner. Oh my God, look at the spiders. I've got high hopes for this one just because the box is so pretty. Well, and also it's by Rainbow Arts, and we love Rainbow Arts. They gave us Turrican. That's their biggest game, wasn't it? Their biggest one to excite us. Rainbow Arts, and the game is called Apprentice.
I've had enough of you, Jace. You're fired.
I think it looks pretty gorgeous, doesn't it? That is a lovely box. Very rare. I don't think I've ever played it. And the back, it looks good. It looks good. I'm getting Ghouls and Ghosts vibes. I might be let down. Often am. Oh, we got a little cute booklet there. The cute booklet, and there's the disc. Let's check out Rainbow Arts' Apprentice. Get ready. I've heard there are hedgehogs. There it is. Kill the hedgehog. Yes. Okay. It's a very simple platformer. Let's jump for some apples. Is it me, or does this look like a Commodore 64 game? Again, very, very low production values for a 16-bit Atari ST game. Well, I'm just kicking a box down the street. What is the fun in this? Killing hedgehogs. This just feels so wrong. Let's blame Nintendo. They pushed the platform game button, and every single company seemed to be churning them out at this period in time. And this one, pretty drab and boring, let's be honest.
Are you still pretending to like video games?
Dreamcast! Sturmwind. Now this is, I do love this. On the Dreamcast, they carried on making games. That's the thing. The Dreamcast, everyone loves Sega. Everyone wishes there was a Dreamcast 2 or a subsequent console. There wasn't. So let's just carry on pushing out new games for the Dreamcast. This one is sealed. Sturm Wind. Duranic is by. And there you can see. Oh my god, look at the graphics. It looks epic. Yeah, we've got to have a look at this one. Sealed, mint sealed. Sturm Wind for the Dreamcast. Now this is more like it, a side-scrolling shooter, wave phone. Oh, you can even blow up the letters on the wave bonus. Wow, that's a brilliant touch. Yeah, I love side-scroll. I mean, don't we all? Don't we all love the classic side-scrolling shooter? And look at these graphics. Look at the spinning aliens. Wow, that is like digitized. I guess they made models of these and then photographed them in different positions, because they do not look like your standard graphics. They look fantastic. And oh wow, hold the fire button, you get that long blast. The classic shooting technique. I love the way those things spin. Now there's big bosses like in R-Type. Yeah, you'd expect this, wouldn't you, at the end of each wave? I mean, it's pretty much a homage to R-Type. The screen seems constantly full of action, and look, the background is interacting with what we do. Wow, amazing! 3D sort of graphics. It gives it that extra touch when things are moving around in the background. The digitized explosions. Wow, this just feels fantastic. Yeah, a new game for the Dreamcast, which really would have been a huge success while the Dreamcast was still popular, wouldn't it? I think so.
Some people think I don't like video games, that I am obsessed with the swimmerkit. I do like video games, just not any of these games.
Super Nintendo, yes, and it is the classic, the utter classic game of the film Beethoven. Beethoven, what a movie. I think my eldest really liked the movie when she was a kid. We used to watch it a lot. Beethoven, it's about a great big St. Bernard. You know that. It's not Schnorbitz, it's a different one. It's a whole family there, the ultimate canine caper. Not in particularly great condition, this example, but I've never played Beethoven on the SNES. There's the cartridge. It is American, never came out in the UK or PAL. It has got the manual, and there's the manual. It's a little bit scruffy. But let's check out what Beethoven's like to play. It's a platform game, but it's so much cuter than that Apprentice game we played. Grabbing the bones. Oh, scare that guy away. We're collecting the water from the fountain. That comes in handy. We're going to shake now. Put the fire out. Brilliant. The barking mechanic is a bit odd. If you bark at things, you bark once to stun them, you bark twice to kill them. Here we go. Stun. Killed. Killed. I killed a squirrel by barking at it. It does seem a bit cruel. Oh, here comes the slide. Oh, there's a bird. Bark and kill it. Yay! Down the slide. Oh, we need more water. I've got to go back. I've got to go back now. Get more water for that fire. Yeah, okay. It's a bit of fetching, but what do you expect? You're playing a dog. There's going to be a bit of fetching involved, right? The aim of each level is to fetch one of your lost puppies, which is at the end. Extinguished. What is it? We're putting out fires today, eh? Oh, here comes a kid. That's it. We just bit the kid. We killed the kid. Let's get ready to get put down or shot, because this is America, I think.
What's on the table?
Now, you might remember a couple of weeks ago I did a show about sealed games. The whole thing was about sealed rarities. And there's one format we didn't cover, and that is because it's very, very unusual to find sealed games for it. But it is Master System. Yes, Ollie, wake up. Some sealed Master System. You know, you don't see these. Let's get it on there. Now, Halifax, distribution to Halifax. Now, this is interesting. This is a European distribution arm, and you'll see that a lot. You see that Halifax a lot on sealed Dreamcast games. You get these little HX Halifax stickers in red. If I can find one, I shall put it on and show you. And there we have it. So this is the precursor to that, well before the Dreamcast. We've got it on Master System games. So this is genuinely sealed. Brand. It's got a hologram on it. There's a hologram. Very, very rare to find things. It's quite an unusual game anyway, Wolfchild, on the Master System. And that's not the only one. I've also got a copy of Mercs, the same stickers, same that Halifax sticker. And it's still the same hologram and sticker on the back. Very interesting. And look, you can see that the hang tab is sealed underneath the seal. I just think I had to show you. I don't know how much they're worth. They're a bit of a tough challenge because you do not find sealed Master System. Really, sealed games is generally about disc games, isn't it? It's usually PlayStation 2, your PlayStation 1 sometimes, or your Nintendo, your card box stuff. But to have hard plastic cases, I have seen sealed Mega Drive 2, I have, but they're unusual. I always suspect the shop. I always think the shop's resealed this, or they've just, you know, to put it on the shelf, they didn't want anyone tampering with it, they've sealed it themselves. But with these stickers, these are original seals, so very interesting. Yeah, back to sleep, Holly.
Here it comes, it's number 1.
Oh, what the heck's that, Jace? What the heck is that? Oh, it's only one of the most collectible games in the entire universe of retro gaming, isn't it? It's Castlevania Symphony of Night, the UK PAL issue with the additional soundtrack. And the art book. Don't forget the art book, Jace. We've had this on the show before. We don't get it in, obviously it's such a rare game. We do not get it in stock very often. So when it comes back in stock, I'm gonna put it back on the show. Let's get it back on the top camera. So desirable. I mean, it was the game that really cemented the reputation of Castlevania. Obviously a game that existed way back on the NES, but this really pushed it forward to a whole new audience. And it's just got a cult following, and you know, if you've got a serious PS1 collection these days, you've really got to have this game. You've got to sell an arm and a leg. There's the soundtrack, and this is absolutely pristine, 10 out of 10. Let's get the art book out. Look at this, Dracula X. That's what it's known as in Japan, Dracula X, and there's it just like, I can't bend the page. I'm sorry, I'm not bending the pages, not for you. Not when it's worth this much money. I'm not bending the pages, I'm putting that back in the box where it belongs, and then I'll open the other side and show you the game disc. There's the manual, and there's the game disc. Castlevania, legendary PS1 game. How much does this go for now? Calm down. Calm. This much. Hey, alright, I don't want some of that. Yes, we got to the end. Thank God for that. And that was enough games for a day, wasn't it? That is enough games for another week. You know I'm going to be back along with some more games next time. It's okay. I know this show whizzes by, doesn't it? It whizzes by if you go... I don't know, does it? Does it whiz by? It doesn't whiz by for me. Whiz is not the term I would use. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for indulging me and my persona. You are brave for putting up with this for years now, I mean, some of you guys have been watching for 3.5 years. I've been making this show now, 3.5 years. It's about time I did something controversial like Gary Lineker who got sacked, isn't it? Not funny. Okay, thank you for watching. Until next time, happy retro gaming, retro gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
Now, if you missed last week's show with the amazing Sega Terra Drive, do click here and watch it. I promise, it was brilliant.